flashback restart assist assist อุ้ยAction control boom dynamic racing line assistเอาละสนามอะไรบ้างวะเนี่ย
What a treat we have in store for you as we get this sprint championship underway. Short races, reverse grids, no mandatory pit stops. Well, the only way to win is to fight it out on the track. So here we are once again, ready to go racing through the Ardennes forest. 4.35 miles of long straights, fast corners and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high-quality racing as well. Simply put it, there really is no place quite like Spa. As the drivers complete their preparations down below us on the grid, one man who's no stranger to the pre-race pressure is Anthony Davidson, who joins me in the commentary box today. Great to have you with us, Ant. I'm sure you can tell us all about what goes through a driver's head before lights out.
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn one. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Romain Grosjean lines up on pole position. A very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Hartley, Fernando Alonso, and Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Stroll, Sirotkin, and Valtteri Bottas, Ericsson, Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo, and Hamilton, Vettel, Perez, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Kimi Räikkönen, Ocon, and Kevin Magnussen rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, don't worry about making places into one, it's far too tight. Concentrate on a clean exit so you get good momentum down the Camel Straight. You're hitting the energy deployment limit and losing ERS power before the end of the lap. Lower the ERS deployment mode to prevent this. Okay, good work. Great pass. Okay, watch the aggression, please. We don't want to lose places because of a penalty. These stewards have given you a 3-second time penalty for contact with other cars. That's 3 seconds to be added to our race time.
3 วิเลยโอ้โห
has been enabled. Deployment, we can harvest more energy. We're trailing our teammate by 5.1 seconds. is 2.5 seconds. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
10โดนบวกไปกี่วิเนี่ย
Renault have pulled off a sublime performance to secure the top step of the podium today. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
Here come our winning drivers then, out onto the podium at the end of a thrilling Grand Prix. The drama and excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in. Congratulations to our top 3 today.
ทำไมไม่ขึ้นชื่อเรา ขึ้นเฮมิลตันโอ้ทำไม
Hello and welcome, where it's all eyes on the grid and the final preparations ahead of today's championship race. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. A tough race in store then for our drivers today, so tell me, Anthony Davidson, what will you be looking out for as the cars make their way down into turn 1?
Well, first of all, let's hope that everyone's well behaved and we can have a nice incident-free start. That initial release is going to be the most interesting thing. The clean side of the grid will be better rubbered in, so keep an eye out for cars over there potentially making their way through.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. A fantastic effort from Stoffel van Dorn yesterday puts him on pole position today. And it's Kevin Magnussen in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ocon, Perez, Kimi Raikkonen and Leclerc, Sirotkin, Ricciardo, Ericsson and Lance Stroll, Hamilton, Hartley, Sebastian Vettel and Bottas, Alonso, Hülkenberg, Pierre Gasly and Roman Grosjean. Verstappen and Carlos Sainz starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
ฮ้ยโดนดันดิไปคุณแน่นตายแล้ว
Okay, clear.
เลย
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery. We're leading our teammate by 10.4 seconds. This is your final lap of the race.
Instantly play flashback.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
เลวิกมาที่1ผลรวมไม่มีเพลอ้าวยังไงวะเนี่ยกลับไปยังไงคอนเฟิร์มอีกสิกลับไปยังไงวะไม่ใช่เฮ้ยกลับไปยังไงวะเฮ้ยstanding ขั้นที่1โ อีกแล้วเพลย์ต่อยังไงเนี่ย Xจบกันง่ายๆนิ่งๆอย่างนี้เลยโอ้อะไรเนี่ยฝรั่งเศส
Thank you all for joining us today for another exciting round of this championship season. Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The two halves of the long Mistral Straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive. A tough race in store then for our drivers today, so tell me, Anthony Davidson, what will you be looking out for as the cars make their way down into turn 1?
Well, first of all, let's hope that everyone's well behaved and we can have a nice incident-free start. That initial release is going to be the most interesting thing. The clean side of the grid will be better rubbered in, so keep an eye out for cars over there potentially making their way through.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Sergei Sirotkin lines up on pole position, and it's Lance Stroll in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Hartley, Marcus Ericsson, and Vettel, Van Dorn, Bottas, Leclerc, and Fernando Alonso, Hülkenberg, Raikkonen, Pierre Gasly, and Magnussen, Ocon, Grosjean, Sergio Perez, and Max Verstappen. Sainz and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, be wary of the cars ahead braking suddenly into one. We could ruin our race if we hit them. Good luck. This is your final lap of the race. Race over. Take care of the car on the way
อ้าว
in.
ที่4เหรอเป็นคู่ที่3เดินบวกเวลาไงเลย
So here come our winning drivers today, and what a race it was. There's been a big push at the factory lately to get these cars ready, and we can see the fruits of that labour today as Red Bull lift the winner's trophy.
นี่คิดเลย เฮ้ยเรายังอยู่ที่1อยู่มินตันที่4โอ้โหสนามนี้
Hello and welcome as we prepare to get another round of this season underway. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside the great city of Austin. This is the 3.6-mile lap with 20 corners, 10 each to the left and to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. Joining me to talk you through the action today is Anthony Davidson, and give us an idea of what kind of thing you're going to be looking out for today.
Well, the big question for me is whether or not we're going to see the cars able to follow each other closely enough to overtake, especially through the fast sections here. Of course, we've got DRS and that will help on the straights, but it's still no good if you're coming off the previous corner too slowly or too far behind.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Brendan Hartley lines up on pole position, and it's Sergei Sirotkin in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Van Dorn, Alonso, Charles Leclerc and Hulkenberg. Stroll, Gasly, Magnussen, and Valtteri Bottas, Ocon, Grosjean, Kimi Raikkonen, and Perez, Verstappen, Vettel, Marcus Ericsson, and Carlos Sainz, Ricciardo, and Lewis Hamilton
เอา
rounds
กิ
off
โล
the
อีกแล้ว
And now it's time to head down to the track.
It's a steep incline into turn 1 that'll help you scrub speed off. There are multiple lines, so be sure to make use of them.
ก็
Now
This is your final lap of the race.
อีกแล้วตรงนี้อีกแล้ว
Easy on the aggression. Clean overtakes or face a penalty. You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident. That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
So, another fantastic victory for Toro Rosso today. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And look at this, they're coming out now. Toro Rosso have developed something of a reputation for forging exciting talent, and we can see that here. An incredible victory.
เลยแฮมิลตันนี่อยู่ที่1อยู่กับวะอาเซอร์ไบจานเอาไม่ใช่นี่หว่าสิงคโปร์เวลาปูขับไม่เป็น
It's time to head down to the track now for today's championship race. And I wonder, who's going to come out on top? The 3.1 miles of the Marina Bay Street Circuit wind its way around some of the iconic landmarks here in the heart of Singapore. 23 corners in total, 13 to the left and 10 to the right, making this one of the most technical circuits on the Formula One calendar, with just 47% of the lap taken at full throttle. I, for one, can't wait to get started. And there's another very excited little chap here beside me as well. It's our very own Anthony Davidson. Great to see you again today.
Thanks for that, Crofty. And I'm really anxious to get underway here. We've got all the makings of a great race today. World champions in competitive cars, lots of drivers on form, and I suspect a few strategists on the pit wall looking to try something a bit different and maybe jump their cars up the order.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and starting alongside is Nico Hülkenberg. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Stroll, Sirotkin, Kimi Raikkonen and Grosjean, Gasly, Verstappen, Perez and Stoffel van Dorn, Ocon, Vettel, Kevin Magnussen and Ericsson, Sainz, Alonso, Daniel Ricciardo and Valtteri Bottas. Hartley and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Qualquer coisa? Beleza,
Okay, good work. Great pass. ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy. Gap to teammate behind is 4.8 seconds.
แล้ว เมื่อไหร่เนี่ย
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
A great win then for the Maranello team today.
เฝอเข้า
And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more.
โอ้คิมมี่ตามมาแล้วห่าง4 แต้มเจแปน
Welcome to today's championship race, which is shaping up to be a real nail-biter. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles, and it's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 racetrack. The drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. And keep an eye out for overtakes going into the final chicane. A tough race in store then for our drivers today, so tell me, Anthony Davidson, what we're going to be looking out for as the cars make their way down to turn 1?
Well, first of all, let's hope that everyone's well behaved and we can have a nice incident-free start. That initial release is going to be the most interesting thing. And the clean side of the grid will be better rubbered in, so keep an eye out for cars over there potentially making their way through.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. A fantastic effort from Sergei Sorokin yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Pierre Gasly in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Van Dorn, Ocon, Sergio Perez and Magnussen, Stroll, Ericsson, Leclerc and Max Verstappen, Vettel, Sainz, Fernando Alonso and Ricciardo, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Valtteri Bottas and Brendan Hartley. Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. We've been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
เรียบร้อยเรียบร้อยหายไปเป็นหมดเลย เละเลยกู ส่วนเลยเว้ยเอาคะแนนแล้ว
Okay, clear. This is your final lap of the race. We're leading our teammate by 2.4 seconds.
โอ้มันหมดเหลือ 0.1 นี่ว่ามันหมดเลยวะอย่าแซงนะเว้ยโอ้ย
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
So another fantastic victory for Force India today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
It's time to present the top drivers with their trophies for today's Grand Prix. And there are a lot of people in the paddock very happy with this result. It's Force India on the top step.
ทีมใดได้ที่ 1โอ้โห1 แต้มโกไม่ดันในที่ 1เลยชนะมา1 แต้ม3/3ได้มา1 ดาว